What's up guys, thanks for clicking on this video and watching. If you haven't already, go down there, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. I really would appreciate that. I hope everyone has had a safe, fun, and successful deer season this year. Our season here in Missouri ended about a month ago. It's winding down in Arkansas as well. I imagine most of the country's deer seasons are starting to wind down or close. We have a lot of off season, and I still want to try to give you guys some videos for this off season. So on today's video, we're gonna be talking all about backpacks. It's gear season. Like I said in the intro, today I'm gonna be talking all about backpacks, and particularly the two packs that I used this season. I'm basically just gonna go over the features that these packs have, how I pack them. So I'm gonna do like a kind of like a gear dump, if you will, and why I like to use these two particular packs. So kind of my go-to backpack and the backpack that I use whenever I plan to hunt out of a tree, basically all bow season and some of gun season, mostly just bow season though. The backpack that I'm running is the KUIU Icon Pro 1850. This backpack actually is probably 5 or 6 years old. They have a newer version of this. This is definitely the older version. So the features that I have on this backpack, I think are a little bit more related to the newer version, but I don't think they're that far off. I'm just gonna go over the features, how I pack this, and why I love it. So the features on this pack is, it is 1,850 cubic inches, hence the Icon Pro 1850. It's a 500D Cordura ripstop, which, trust me, this stuff is like, I mean, I don't know that you can tear it without just slicing into it with a knife. Like I said, I've had this pack for 5-6 years, and there's not a ton of like hole damage or anything. I don't even know if there is any holes in it, but this thing has been through a lot of briars and thick timber, and it's held up awesome. Just the bag itself without the belt and the shoulder straps, it weighs 1 pound 8 ounces, and with the shoulder strap and the frame and all that stuff, it's about 4.3 ounces, somewhere in there. Again, this is the weights of their newer packs of this same model, but it's probably pretty similar. It's fairly light for a day pack. That's the way they market it. It's got 2 front straps, which honestly, whenever I bought this pack, I knew that I needed to have front straps so I could load things onto it. So this was a huge selling point for me. And again, these are original straps. They've held a lot of weight, and they've never come, you know, these buckles have never come apart. So these front straps have been really awesome. It's also got a hydration pouch inside the main compartment here. And last but not least, again, this is for the newer pack, but it says it can load up to 150 pounds of weight, which is crazy to me on a 4-pound backpack. I mean, it's kind of mind-boggling. And I've loaded this, I've never weighed it, but I've loaded quite a bit on here. I bet it was probably close to that, if not more. And again, nothing ripped, nothing broke. So I think it's probably accurate. It could probably do more though, honestly. Now I'm gonna talk a little bit about how I pack it. So it's kind of gonna be a little bit of like a gear dump video, if you will. Basically, this has 3 different zips, right? There's a main compartment right here that opens all the way up. There's a front pocket, or a top pocket, and then I guess this would be a front pocket here. So I'm just gonna go over each compartment, starting with this top one here. It's a pretty small little pouch pocket, but what I keep in this pouch is a little rain fly. And this rain fly has saved my butt on times when it randomly starts raining, and it's a pretty big one. This is probably meant for like a really big, like, you know, like a hiking backpack type deal. So I can cover this whole pack, hide my camera stuff under there, and everything stays relatively dry. There's also another little accessory zip inside this pouch. And I keep a couple extra KUIU buckles just in case one of them breaks. And then I keep this little Allen key. This is how I tighten down my leveler on the 4th arrow camera arm. In the front of the pack, there's this long zip pouch right here. And this is kind of where I keep my cleaning kit, and my aider that I use on my first stick. In my cleaning kit, I have a marsupial pouch. This is supposed to be a rangefinder pouch. I initially was going to use it for a rangefinder, but it didn't work out. So I keep my smaller Havalon in there with extra blades. And then I also have an outdoor edge knife with a little gut hook. I really do like this, honestly. There are two water bottle pouches on the side here, which are good for like if you want to put a tripod in there. But like I said, I usually use this when I'm in a tree stand, so I don't need a tripod because I have my my camera arm for the tree. And one of these I carry my tow rope to get my bow and all that stuff up the tree. And in this one, I got my grunt tube. So KUIU sells individual little hip pouches that go on your hip belt, these small little pouches here. I don't have what I typically have in here, but I always keep a couple extra batteries for my headlamp. So my headlamp and a couple extra batteries go in these pouches. And then typically I usually put like my boat key or my car keys or something like that in the other pouch. They stay pretty empty, but I don't, if I have little snacks or whatever, I can throw them in there as well. Just a nice little, you know, extra storage. Now onto the main compartment. So as you can see, it kind of flips down like that, which is nice. So you can access all of your gear. In the main compartment, I have my Predator platform, and this thing is a mess. Got really muddy. So I got that. I also keep my camera arm. This is the base to my camera arm right here. That kind of fits down to the bottom. It's probably definitely the heaviest thing in my backpack. And then the actual arm itself with the video fluid head. In the main compartment, there's a couple accessory pouches right here. Don't have anything in there, but typically what I do, like if it's early season, I have an extra tow rope. But what I do if it's the early season, I usually put my Thermacell wafers and the actual Thermacell itself either in there or this front skinny pocket. The hydration pouch, I actually don't use this as a hydration pouch. I have my knee pads in there. So if I want to go down to ground hunting and I need to be on my knees for a while, I throw these on. Or when I'm in my saddle, I throw these on and I can lean up against the tree. These are just like little cheap, probably like $10, $15 deals at Academy Sports. That's pretty much how I pack the backpack with all the gear. I mean, look at all this stuff I can put in there for just an 1,800 cubic inch pack. You can put quite a bit in there. And this is not near as packed. I mean, you could put a lot more in there as well. This is just very specific for me because I self-film. I have to have somewhere to put my camera. So I just use a really cheap redhead fanny pack. And my secondary camera right now is the one I'm usually running, but it'll fit in here with my GoPro, a couple extra camera batteries in these little side pouches on the belt. And I usually wear the mic into the woods. But whenever this is packed up, I undo the buckle for the belt and I strap this around the entire backpack and buckle it down underneath the backpack straps. So I buckle it under here and then that sits on the outside. It's crazy, I know, it's a lot. If I wasn't self-filming, I definitely would go with a much lighter option, but this is the option that I go with when I'm self-filming and want to get into a tree. But actually, you know, if I wasn't self-filming, I might still stick with this and it would just lighten it up because you wouldn't have to carry the base, the camera arm. If you're saddle hunting, you could just shove the platform right in the backpack, and that's pretty much all you need. You need your cleaning kit and a couple of other things. I'd probably stack another stick in here. This wouldn't be that heavy if you weren't self-filming. Two main reasons why I run this pack. One, it's a quality product. It's that 500D Cordura. It's tough as nails. I've run it through briars and everything. You can't beat it up enough. And it's held up really good over the years. And the second thing is the space availability and the packability. I have all this camera gear, all my tree hunting, or all my hunting stuff, you know, platform, sticks, I wear my saddle in, camera arms, all that stuff. And if I kill one, I can pack a deer out on it. So those are the two main reasons why I'm running this pack whenever I'm hunting out of an elevated position, out of the saddle. The second backpack that I use for deer hunting, it's a little bit different, but I have kind of grown to really enjoy this pack, and it's kind of becoming my favorite pack. But it is a Browning, it's called a Bird and Light shooting vest. It's a Pheasant Forever Browning shooting vest. You can find this on Pheasants Forever website. I think it's like $100-something bucks, but there wasn't like a big long feature list of this pack. It's obviously just pretty much a small game vest. I've used it rabbit hunting, and recently, the last couple of years, I've been using it for rifle hunting. But so the features that I like about it, even though they're not listed, is it's super lightweight. I don't know the exact poundage, obviously, but it's really lightweight. I like that it has the orange in it, and it's got two front pouch style pockets, and it's just, you know, just an open, simple pocket, and it's got sewn to the back of these, on both pockets, is a bullet holder. So I have a rifle shell in here still, but you can shove all your bullets in there. And obviously, it being a small game pheasant hunting vest, you have that big open pouch right there that sits against your back. On the back of the vest, there's two water bottle holders like this, and there's another little compartment right there, orange compartment that's sewn in the back. It's just a really simple hunting vest. You know, everyone's got themselves probably a small game hunting vest that they've used for squirrel hunting, rabbit hunting, pheasant hunting, quail hunting, whatever it is that you do. I pretty much exclusively use this whenever I decide to deer hunt from the ground, which the last couple seasons have been rifle season. I can count on, you know, on one hand, maybe just a couple sits the last 2 years that I've actually hunted from a tree and I've had to use the big Kuiu pack. This backpack is used whenever I'm hunting from the ground, and that's typically during rifle season. I don't need all that extra space. I don't need the camera arm. I don't need the camera base. I don't need my sticks, saddle, platform, all that stuff. All I do whenever I take this with me is I take my rain cover, like I do on my Kuiu pack, just shove it in one of those pockets. My grunt tube, shove it in that same pocket, button it up. A couple extra camera batteries as well will go in these front pockets. And I have my cleaning kit, and that goes in the pockets. And then in the back pouch, all I use the back pouch for is my camera, GoPro. I've got the couple batteries in there. And on the very back here, I usually put a set of rattling antlers in here, and I can just buckle them up like that, and then this pulls down tight. And then that's it. I do carry a tripod with me, I suppose, but the tripod I usually just carry over my shoulder, or I can stick that tripod right here in this big compartment where you're supposed to put your game. Super simple setup, really lightweight, doesn't get hung up on a lot of stuff. Also use it obviously for rabbit hunting, small game hunting, squirrels, whatever the case may be. If I do a bird hunt, I'm definitely gonna take this with me. So this is, like I said, quickly becoming my favorite backpack, just simply for the weight aspect of it. And I'm really enjoying the ground hunting with the rifle during rifle season, so this is definitely becoming one of my favorite packs. Well guys, thanks for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. I really do like sharing some of this gear stuff with you guys. I do get some questions sometimes on some of the gear that I'm using, so hopefully this helped answer a couple of those questions. If you have any other ideas of some content you want to see this off season, go down there and leave a comment. I want to make stuff that you guys want to watch. I'm also going to try to link all the stuff that I use when I'm hunting that I stuff in these backpacks. I'll link that stuff in the description, all the links that I can find for that gear. Anyways, again, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and peace. Stay warm.